How much are your demo drives and your customers worth to you? See, the number one reason why so many salespeople struggle doing the day-to-day tasks, they become to get boring, they get stagnant. It seems like the same old, and it because of one thing. Most sales reps at dealerships have never thought about or have never been taught how to quantify the actions that they do, where they can realize how much each action that they take on a daily basis is worth to them. I'm Brian Maxwell. Over the last 10 years, I've trained over 10,000 salespeople, and I've worked with some of the biggest manufacturers and dealer groups in the country. And right now in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can bump yourself up where you're making $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a month simply by identifying how much each act is worth to you. So let's talk about customers and demo drives, which is what we deal with every day at the dealership. Now, how much is each customer worth to you? How much is each demo drive worth to you? See, a lot of salespeople, I won't even say a lot, the top tier ones, you ask them at any point during the month, where are they as far as and how close they are to their goal? They can give you a number within, give or take, a couple $100. But you talk to the vast majority of them, they have no idea where they are. And at the end of the month, they're surprised when they get that washout sheet. Some even when they get their commission check because they never paid attention to anything else. So what I'm going to share with you is how you can quantify each step dealing with customers and your demonstrations that you do. How you can attach a dollar amount to them and learn how every time you do this, what is worth to your pocket, okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull up my slides real fast. So first off, what I'm going to do, we're going to break it down. Let's just say that, you're fairly new to the business or you've been doing it for a little while and you're averaging $8,000 a month in gross profit. So let's just say you do $8,000 in gross profit. You did it last month, okay? And you talked to 50 customers, you did 39 demos, and you got 10 sales. Now, if you aren't tracking the demos that you do and the presentations that you do, you should. And it's fairly simple. Just create yourself an Excel spreadsheet at your dealership or your computer. And every time you get with a customer, just type in their name. Because at the top, you should have customer's first name, last name, qualified, presented, demoed, and then, sold, yes or no. So you want to have columns, first name, last name, qualified, presented, demo, sale, okay? And in those boxes, you can just mark if you did those things. Now, as you go through that, at the end of the month, so let's just say you did $8,000 in gross profit, you got in front of 50 customers, you did 39 demos, you got 10 deals. So in order for you to quantify what each customer is worth to you, all you have to do is you divide your $8,000 in gross, which breaks down, if you're at 25% commission at your store, which breaks down to $2,000 on your commission check, okay? So you got in front of 50 customers. So you divide $8,000 gross profit by 50 customers. Guess what that was worth to you? $160 per customer. So every time you get in front of a customer, that's worth $160 to you, based on if you're averaging $8,000 a month or if you want to go with the numbers that you did the previous month. Let's go off what demonstrations are worth to you. So you did 39 demos. You take that same $8,000 and you divide it by the number of demos that you did. So if you did $8,000 in gross, you did 39 demos for the month. That breaks down to $205 per demo. So every time you demo a customer, it's worth $205 to you. $205, okay? So let's just bump it up some. Let's say you're a hitter and you're doing $20,000 a month gross, okay, which comes out to $5,000 in commission on your paycheck. Let's say you got in front of 80 customers, you did 70 demos, you got 20 sales, okay? So at $20,000 gross profit with 80 customers, every customer you got in front of was worth $250 to you in gross profit margin. As far as your demonstration, there's 70 demonstrations. Each demo is worth $285 to you. So when you attach a dollar amount to it, imagine how much more motivated you are when you know, okay, when I go greet this customer and I qualify this customer and I go through the right way, okay, this customer literally has a dollar amount to me, and that's whether they bought or not. You notice I took the entire 50, all 50 customers you got with, and included them. So whether the person walked off or not, they're still worth money to you. So the next time you go out to greet a customer, don't just think it's the same old thing. Realize that they have value to you. Next time you do a presentation and go on a demo drive, please realize that has value to you. That has a real monetary value, and it adds to your total gross for the month. See, in this game and in this business, it's not as hard as people make it. And what I find is when people complain about not being able to get sales, it boils down to one of two things. Either they just don't understand, or they've been given the information and just aren't willing to push forward. Because it's like this. Every single one of us that have achieved and made over $100,000 a year working at the dealership, put up 20 plus sales a month consistently, all did so because we learned how to do it. So many salespeople come in and say, I'm going to do what I feel. I'm going to do what I feel. I'm going to do what I feel. Well, guess what? With no data to back that up, you never want to come in and just go off what you feel with no data to back it up, because you could be feeling like you're doing the right thing and it'd be totally wrong. Okay? And it's really simple and easy when you know what to do and how to do it. So the next time you're getting ready to greet a customer, make sure that you really realize the fact they have real value to you. They're worth money to you. They're not just somebody coming through kicking tires. They're not just somebody that you just sitting with and wasting your time. As a matter of fact, when you do sit with a customer, you go through the process, let's just say for whatever reason, they failed to buy. It was not a waste. It was great practice, especially if you got them to say, yes, they wanted to move forward and they just weren't qualified. You did everything you can do. You couldn't control their credit. You couldn't control their financial situation. So don't be down. Be positive, because you got them to that point where they were willing to say yes, but they just couldn't because of their own personal reasons. But you still should pat yourself on the back and push forward and get in front of that next one, because they're worth something to you. So by all means, if you know that you're struggling, the question is this: how much pain does it take? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If you're sick and tired of walking over the dollars to pick up dimes, act now. Visit sellingforsuccess.org, and that's selling the number 4 and success.org. Sellingforsuccess.org. Go over there and check out some of the amazing downloadable tools I have for people in the automotive industry to help you convert more customers, hold bigger grosses, and just be able to have more fun at your dealership without burning yourself out and having to spend every waking hour in there. Click the link in the description or in the comments section and go over and check it out. Other than that, begin to quantify and realize every customer has value, every demo has value, every presentation has value, and most importantly, you have value. I'm Brian Maxwell. Look forward to seeing you at the dealership.